Well, good morning. Anybody who's dropped in slightly late to follow this live stream. This is Terry on Terry's Travels channel, and I'm on the RobRoy Way today, which is one of these long distance tracks that you can take in Scotland. Over there you can maybe just see, if I lift you up a bit, you maybe can see Loch Tay. That little bit of water there is the end of Loch Tay. And this RobRoy's Way, you can see, is quite a decent, let's turn this round so you can see, apart from me. Yeah, I hope the sound is okay. I'm using my little lapel microphone sorts clipped on, so it might be a bit windy still. I don't have anything on it to stop the wind, but hopefully it's reasonably protected by my shirt. You can see what this is like if you're a cyclist doing this bit of the RobRoy Way. I don't know if it's like this all the way. I'm pretty sure it's not all tarmac, but it's reasonable Land Rover track from what I remember. Hello Olivier, thank you very much for looking in and for the like, much appreciated. It's nice when people are looking in live. Hi Scott, how you doing? It is a good day for it. I started off with a group, but look, there's no group anywhere to be seen. And that's because after a couple of hours, 2.5 hours or so, they all headed off at the last junction, just at that bend. They headed off that way to go to a little reservoir, to see a dam, and then to climb a bit of a hill. And I'm giving my knee a rest. There's no point wearing my knee out before it's time. So I had pre-arranged that when we got to that point, I would head off. They'd be coming down later. They'll come down this way, right down here, heading for the little village of Killin, which features the Falls of Dochart, which you may have seen before on my videos. So I thought I'd try a little live stream, just since I seem to have a signal, so that's okay. Hopefully the signal's okay. Yeah, look after the joints is the way to go, I think. Nice day for it, and going up would have been fine. I'm sure going up, any of the ups we're doing today, absolutely fine. But I know that going down would be a bit of a pain, literally. Is there much wind noise on the microphone? If there is, it'll probably cut out a bit as we go into the trees here. I'll live stream a little bit today. Now over here, if you're a mountain climber in Scotland, you'll know some of these better than I do. So Loch Tay is there, we're on the RobRoy Way. Over here, I think we've got Ben Lors, which might be that one there. That's good, thanks Scott. I think that's Ben Lors, the highest one around. The high group are doing Ben More. I'm not sure which one is Ben More, maybe it's that one. If you have a map handy, you'll be able to see. You can hear the birds quite clearly. It's a nice day for that. And because I'm not with the group, we'll probably hear more things and maybe see more things. The other group of 20 is carrying on up, and I'm not. So I'll carry on down here a bit. Yeah, it'd be another achievement, Scott, to finish it. Now, from doing this before, I think it maybe won't be that interesting once we get into the forest. I think maybe there's not much more than the row of trees all the way in back to Killin, which will maybe take me another, I don't know, an hour or so to get back. Seems a lot stiller in here. Can you hear the birds? Yeah, I don't know, there's a lot online about Rob Roy. There's a lot of stuff that might be fact, it might not be fact. I'd read that Rob Roy he operated a kind of protection racket for the ladies and people around. He would protect their cattle from other people stealing them. Which was a kind of protection racket, or insurance, whatever you'd want to call it. So he got paid for that. And at one point, I think I remember something about him taking out a big loan, maybe to extend his farm or buy more stock or something, and then defaulting on the loan and going on the run, so he became a bit of an outlaw. I think that was the story I heard. How much of this is true, I don't know. So if it's online it must be true, of course. Oh, this is lovely. A wee bit of a wind, sorry about that, you're probably hearing it in this mic. Unless I cover it with my hand. Cooling breeze is right, it's very pleasant. Butterflies around today, lots of bees, lots of flies actually. I've got jungle formula on to try and make sure I don't get bitten by clegs. The surprise to me is those, yeah, factor 50 I've got, not 500. Yeah, those things there, don't know if you know those ones. The curly leaves. That's butterwort, which is one of the insectivorous plants. And that's it, flowering. Usually you're aware of those star-like pale green yellowish leaves. And usually in very boggy places, so today it's been quite a surprise to see it managing to survive and flower, although it's bone dry because of the last couple of weeks of good weather. And down into the deep dark wood. Now because it's just me, if I'm very quiet, I might see squirrels. It's a good place, I think, to see red squirrels. So who knows? If you see any deer or anything behind me, shout out, boys and girls. Just shout out, it's behind you. Yeah, peace and quiet here is lovely. I love these kind of dappled shade places here. Gorgeous kind of place to be. In fact, I'll turn this round so there's a better picture of it. There. One of the good things about hiking in this country is we don't have those to worry about. If I was in Canada or North America, I'd be a bit anxious about what was round the next corner or coming out behind me. Here we need to worry about nothing apart from people shooting things. Listening to the birds again. Yeah, I hope the microphone's picking that up. This is great. Yeah, if you're a cyclist, yeah, notice how good this is for that. I think if I was coming up this hill though, instead of going down, I'd want an electric bike. I tried one yesterday for the first time and was really pleased with it. That's interesting, Scott, because you're commenting and I've got nobody online according to the screen here. That's interesting, right enough. So people can be here watching even though they're not noted on the screen. Maybe you're set to anonymous by default or something like that. I wonder what happened to those trees. A big storm, I think, has wiped out some of the branches. Well, it took out some of the whole trees. Larch tree, that one. Yeah, we've had something like maybe half a dozen cyclists passing us by today. They were coming over from the road going towards Killin, coming north going towards Killin, up Glenogle, at Glenogle cottages. That's where a number of those must have started because they were then following us up because that's where we started. Yeah, if somebody makes a video in a forest and there's nobody watching, is it still live? It's very philosophical. I can't believe how quiet it is. I mean, if I stand still, it's amazing. Not a plane, not a car, just a bee or a fly. As I said, there's not a lot here. Peace all around, yeah, just, it's lovely. So my plan is to make my way down to Killin. Meanwhile, the others are going another 4 kilometres or so up to the top. Having a lunch up there somewhere and then coming back down again, so it's going to take them a while. It's probably about another 8 kilometres. It's probably 2 hours before they'll be back down to that point again. So I'm well ahead of them. I've plenty of time just to faff about, taking pictures of nature, doing live streams, get down to Killin and buy a pint of beer. There's a lovely little inn right next to the Falls of Dockart. Unfortunately, the main road is in front of it as well. But if I find a shady table there, I'll just sit, have a quiet pint. And then when the others arrive, we'll all be going to a different hotel, the Killin Hotel. And then I'll probably have another pint there, or a coffee. A day like this, coffee seems a bit hot. Alcohol's a bit precarious if you're dehydrated. You start drinking too much alcohol. Yeah, thanks for asking, Scott. No, I did have my sketchy stuff and painting stuff as well in my other small backpack. And at the last minute I decided I'd too much stuff, let's move to the other backpack, which I have done. And even then it was a bit difficult getting everything in, so I thought, right, just leave it. I might never sit and sketch, I might spend all my time taking photographs and videoing and drinking beer. So I'm afraid I left it all out at the last minute. Maybe a mistake. Maybe do a Robbie Burns. I think he did things like borrowed a pencil in the local pub he was in and wrote poems on their table covers. Do a sketch on a beer mat, that'd be an idea. Beer mat art. And it's opening up a little bit now. So down there somewhere is Killin. I don't know if there's much up on the climb here. I think it's all just down, down, down. And even a car. Oh, somebody having a little picnic here. Reading his book. It's a bit bright. You need your sunglasses on right enough. Got a little dog with him. I hope it's not a barky wee dog. Hello dog, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah. You looking for company too? How you doing? Cracking day, isn't it? That's a nice spot. Yeah. Did you overnight here as well? Did you overnight in here or you just...
No, I live in Killin.
Oh, so it's just a nice spot to sit and read your book.
Trying to get my ankle better. I'm just resting up. I broke my ankle a couple of weeks ago.
Ah, well, that's too bad, so you need to...
How far up have you been?
We started at the Glen Ogle cottages. I was with a bigger group. My knee is playing up, so when we got to a split, they went that way.
You've come along the top.
Aye, and they went up to there's a reservoir dam, so they went up to do a hill up there, and I thought that's too much. I'd suffer on the way down, so I just took the easy way down.
You're getting old.
Aye, so that's it. Need a wee service.
Are you going to go, when you get down the bottom, you can go along about 300 yards to your left, and then you can turn left again, and you can either follow the old railway track and then get back up to Glen Ogle that way.
Oh yeah, we're all going to. We're meeting down in Killin, so I'm just heading back to there, and I'll sit and have a pint of beer in the sunshine, and when they come back down, I'll have another pint of beer with them. Nice talking to you. Cheers. Yeah, it's nice to speak to people on the walks and things. I didn't want to point it in his face because it's a bit intruding on his privacy. Wow, the heat is building up. Haven't stopped for lunch yet, but it's about that time actually, because it's 1 o'clock. I'm guessing the rest are stopping for lunch now as well. Trouble is, if they stop for lunch and then they still have a climb to do, it's not the best way to do things. It's always nice to get the height over, have the lunch up the top or on the way back down. So I'll find a shady spot around here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not surprised you feel it. It's definitely getting a bit humid, a bit toasty now. Now there's no cover from the trees. And the high level people are up doing, one of these kind of hills, not a bit of cover at all. And it's quite high. It's, I remember, it's over 1,000, 1,100 odd or something like that they're doing. Rather them than me, I have to say, in a day like this. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't opt for the high option, because this is painful enough going down even this bit. Beautiful, that must be the outskirts of Cullen there. So I don't know if that's Benmore or not. If it is, our people must be on it somewhere. I don't think it is. I have a feeling that's not Benmore. It's interesting the way that the people, when they deforestate these places, when they take all the trees out, they leave a few spindly ones like those. And rumour has it they do that for the wildlife, so that you can have birds of prey, owls perching on it, buzzards or something. I don't know how successful anything can perch on that. Maybe that's a myth. Or maybe just too skinny to chop down, so they left them. Yeah, I'll go down this hill. If I find a wee shady bit, then I'll see if I can get a reasonable spot. There's not any problem finding dry places to sit in this weather anyway. Everything's bone dry. There's a few nice wild things here. What have we got? Avens. Possibly wood avens. There's two kinds that I'm kind of aware of. There's wood avens and water avens. There we go. This is still on zoomed in. That's better. Better. Nope. Butterflies, orange thinking that's an orange tip. You maybe can see it, maybe you can't. If it lands close by, I'll get a close up of it. So down there is Cullen. These mosses are taking a bit of a pounding. You can step in this ditch, no problem, because it's bone dry. And that there. Is haircap moss, so called because of the hairiness of the spore capsule. I don't know if you can see that too well, but yeah, quite a hairy spore capsule. But the rest of it is pretty much dried up. Right down there. Yeah. Hundreds of thousands of spores in there to spread the thing. Yeah, this kind of road is okay if you want something nice and smooth for a bike, for example. If you're a hiker, if you're doing a long walk in or a long walk out from an interesting walk, if you're walking on this, it's not the best. It's quite hard on the legs. Bit of soft grass or something. This kind of thing is softer, kinder on your joints anyway. Oh. That's a lovely plantain. I'm not aware of them flowering so nice and white, those things. Nice. This is a long bit of road. Yeah. Wee scooter, wee skateboard, I'll be down here in a flash. There's our Scottish emblem flower. A thistle. Dead, but still with a few cones. Any seeds left, are they all gone? Oh yeah, seeds falling out there. See them flying away. Oops. Oh, well, I've helped it spread. Larch, I think that was a larch. Yeah, it's sprayed over there now. That yellow one is just vetch, I think. Don't ask me which vetch. Let's walk along the little dandelion seeds, or maybe it's seeds from this willow. It's seeds from this willow. Yeah, I'm walking through a minor cloud of floating seeds, willow seeds. Oh, there's a view for you. Yeah, it's always good on every walk. It's good to, as I say, take time to smell the resin. And there's a pipeline coming down, if you can maybe see it over there. I'm guessing there's a reservoir up there. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is. And maybe a little hydroelectric at the bottom. Now I wonder if that's Ben Moore. I have a feeling that might be it. Because that is a brammer of a hill, isn't it? That's quite something. A killer hill. As we were dropped off first at the Glen Ogle cottages. Yeah. The bus carried on to drop the high level people further round, so it might well have come up there and up to there. There you are, there's the end of Loch Tay. And I see some pylons at the bottom there. I'll zoom in. I don't know, can you see pylons somewhere there? Which makes me think maybe there's a hydroelectric there, and it's distributing that electricity out along the side of the hill there on the pylons. In fact, both ways. The pylons going both ways. Well, the water source is probably getting pretty dried up at the top there. We need a lot of rain. More little clouds of willow seeds. They're doing a good job of self-seeding anyway, because you know, they've ended up on this side of the road too. There's a number of them. Would you look at that for a hill? Wow. Once you got up there, if you were walking up from that side there, a nice shallow climb up, once you got to the top, that would be a great little kind of ridge walk all the way along and down the other side. That would be magic, I think. Especially if there's a loch at the other side of it. So we're getting into civilization because you can see copper beech trees there. And the silver birch. The trees must be tapping into water pretty deep down because the surface is parched. And even these things, the brackens, surviving. I wouldn't like to try and walk through these because we're into tick weather. I could easily pick up ticks if I was going through there with bare legs. as I have today, bare arms too. They're quite tall, these things. That's a copper beach. And silver birch. And from a distance you can toss a coin which one that is there. But if you can stick your hand into it without going ow, 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 then it must be broom. That's broom. It's not spiny. Later on in the summer, once these pods have ripened, the seed pods have ripened, if it's weather like this, you can hear them popping because they go with a crack, and when they crack, they twist. You can see that one's twisted. They twist themselves and they go with a wee bang on hot days, hot dry days, and when they crack, it throws their seeds a distance to help spread the thing. Excuse me, beg your pardon. It's also grass pollen season. My goodness, excuse me again. Yeah, I seem to have the gene for hay fever. My daughter has, I think, the same one. She's affected quite badly by the grass pollen, which is what's causing trouble now. However, they'll survive. There's worse things than a bit of allergy. Yeah, I don't know, if you've got access to your laptop just now or something, anybody could have a look and see what the mountain is, that big range there. It's at the end of the west end of Loch Tay. It's just above, more or less above the village of Killen. You could leave it as a comment if you identify it for us. But I mean, I've got the Ordnance Survey map app on this phone, but I don't want to start looking it up because I might just drop this connection, which seems to be a pretty good connection today. If you're looking in, thanks very much for looking in, either live as we are at present on a Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, or if you're looking in later. Yeah, please give us a thumbs up. It's always good to get a thumbs up. You know that people are enjoying having a little look. I always say that live streams are a different animal altogether from your normal video, of course, because you know, if you are watching it live, it's different from a premiere. Premieres are fine as well, but premieres more of a get together of friends, I think, online. You know, people tend to chat, say hello to each other, and I think more busy doing that than actually watching the video at the time. I find sometimes I have to go back and watch the video later because I've got too involved with, you know, leaving comments and saying hello to people. As live stream, you know, there's a bit of that can go on. You might see somebody leaving a comment at the time, somebody you know, and you can say hello. You can say hello to Lydia, for example, or Scott, who's on just now as we do this live. There's another one down here. Let's have a look down here. The live stream at the time, anyway, what you see is what you get. And that one there is Herb Robert, I think. It's one of the Cranesbill families anyway. Same family as the geraniums, that one. Yeah, the premier business is like getting the cool kids around, everybody with similar interests, nice people having a chat to get together. Like Raimondo as well is often online, would say hello in a chat too. I'll try to leave links to all of these channels. Probably the description is the best place to do that kind of thing. There's some lovely people around. What else have we got here? That one I think is periwinkle, wee blue thing. I think it's periwinkle. Had some of that in my lawn recently, flowering away. So when I was mowing the lawn, I very carefully mowed around the patch of periwinkle and left it to flower. Didn't quite do no mow May any more than I normally don't mow much. But yeah, if I see something interesting, I just go around it, let it spread hopefully. The good thing about mowing lawns actually is it allows some of the smaller stuff to get a bit of a grip and grow. Whereas if, although there's a nasty fly on my tripod here, just so it's not a biter. Looks a bit like a clegg. Get rid of that, just in case. Yeah, on live streams, what you see is what you get, pretty much. You can, I think, go and edit. I sometimes add things like an end page with subscribe and so on. Might change the title of it, add something in the description, but by and large, I don't think I've ever changed the actual video itself. Of course, I don't really have access to music, so it's all just, unfortunately, it's just me and the sounds of nature. Here, a plane, turboprop plane, or maybe a helicopter. I see it up there, I think it's a helicopter. Ah, thanks Scott, let's see if you can see it. Can you see a helicopter by the edge of the tree? Maybe you can't see it in a minute or two. Behind that tree. I had a girl recently on her web, her channel. She was doing a live stream from Tunisia. There it is. Can't really see for the glare now. She was kind of indicating that live streams were the kind of lazy way to do things. Which I can see her point from one point of view, but depends how you're using the live stream. If it's question and answer and that kind of thing, it can be actually a valuable thing. It's certainly easier to do than taking lots of bits of video and stills. In my case, finding suitable music and editing them all together, which I enjoy actually doing that side of it. but you need time to do it. You know, for one day's walk, it could take me maybe 2 nights getting it just right the way I want it. On the other hand, doing this, you know, I can show people things as we go along, you know, like the periwinkles or brambles or whatever it happens to be. And you get the immediate response from people if they're that way inclined to say hello or make a wee comment, nice day, hello, how you doing, or something. Very often it's people who are subscribers already who do. They are one of the valuable 612 subscribers that I have. It's kind of been stuck there for a while. But I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with people who are kind of loyal subscribers, I feel like, at least they're genuine subscribers. I get a lot of people who will say, I love your channel, great production, and you know they haven't actually looked at your channel at all. You know, they've commented on the first few seconds of a video and subscribed, and then immediately unsubscribed again. And of course, you always find out about a new subscriber. It'll say so-and-so has subscribed to your channel, but they don't say so-and-so has just unsubscribed from your channel, because really all they want you to do is to go to their channel and subscribe to them as a favour, a sub for sub. And I've read way back that YouTube algorithms somehow detect these things and don't like it. I don't know how they can tell, but yeah, they will have ways and means. Definitely a bit cooler in here under the shade of the trees. That's nice. I should maybe check a map, shouldn't I? I don't really think I can go wrong. I remember previously doing this walk, going over this bridge, and I think I've still got the video, still got the film of it to put into a video, but you know, as I said, you can be too busy to do these things. So I don't think this has actually been made into a little video yet. Maybe it has, I don't know. You can check and see. Oops, let's turn this off, see what I'm looking at now. Yeah, I definitely took photographs here and over the other side of the bridge to see how good it was. Yeah, a lot more leaves now, and ferns and brackens and things. Yeah, right, I need to find a wee shady bit and have some lunch. Absolutely famished. I've got some toast and marmalade. Which beer is that? It's the toast and marmalade. Yeah, it's the one from Peru, isn't it? The one who had lunch with our late Queen and offered her one of these marmalade sandwiches. Well, that's what I'm having. Oh, this looks nice here. Nettles, don't want to get stung with them. Let's have a look for a good bit to sit. Nice and cool certainly here. This is great. that do? Not more nettles. Stung, I'm not going to get. It's here. Ah, little harebells. Paddington, next one. Yeah, I'll just check. Check. No, not under the hat. Thank you. I just hope it's in my bag. Right. Come on, you decent bit of wall. On a picnic table would be nice. This kind of looks okay. Oh yes, this could be the place. A few jagged things, but yeah, they won't bother me. I'll avoid that. Brilliant. Unplug my lapel mic. Stick this on the rock for a bit. Stick it on this rock. See what it's like. Well, that's where I am. Let's tuck this cable out of the way. Possibly a bit too close. Hi Jake, thanks very much, it's very kind of you to look in. Arrived just about lunchtime. On a day like this, you definitely need to make sure you've got plenty water. And food, and that's about it, that's all I need. Oh, brilliant. Oh, great. If you've just joined in and you can hear me, homemade bread from a machine, but still it's homemade. And marmalade. You can't beat it. Oh. If you heard a bird just now, that was a chiff chaff. The microphone on the iPhone is remarkably sensitive, you know. My mate Donnie and I have been out hiking doing reconnaissance walks in the past, and I've had the phone, you know, a good few meters away, and it's kind of picking up conversations. So you have to be careful if there's two of you or more, not to pick up conversations you don't want to. But this is good. I've seen most of it. What I might do is pack in the live stream shortly after lunch. Maybe do a brief one again at Cullen, near the falls. Like you see the falls of Dockart. So you might enjoy that. I see there's some comments popping up. It's too far away from them, I'm sorry at present to respond to them. I can't quite read them from there. I'll have a wee look as soon as I can and say hello. If you've just joined in, excuse me talking with my mouth full. I was with a bigger group of 21 altogether. They're doing a higher hill and a little lock-in, a small lake for those outside Scotland. And they're doing, as I say, they're doing a hill. I've done it before. I checked it out with a friend before. So I've done it. I don't need to do it again. It's a very hot day and my knee gives me a bit of trouble. So I know from past experience that it's an up and it's very bang, bang, bang on the joints, going back down again. So that I'll just take the easy route and I'll just split from them and take the shortcut back. Oh, I don't usually drink a lot on hikes, to be honest. I just don't do a lot of that. I drink a lot at the end, but during the hike I tend not to. I should drink more. Well, the purists will tell you should be drinking a bit all the time. That's why they have these platypuses or bladders that they have, and people suck away all the time like baby lambs. I'm not into that. I don't really like those things. I'd rather take a bottle out if I need it. But today I might well finish that and start a couple of small cartons of apple juice that I have. One thing that I was quite pleased to find out was that doing a live stream uses a surprisingly small amount of data. To start with, so I was really worried about using any of it. I thought if I do a few minutes, I'll use all my data for the month, but it's fine. It's actually okay. So we started about 10 o'clock and the original walk for the rest of the squad was to take about six-ish, six and a half maybe. So I'm guessing they'll be down about 4. It's about 20 to 2 just now, so I think I'll be fine. I've got plenty of time. I'll be back down again in less than an hour, I think. Plenty of time to have a drink before they arrive. And to show you the Falls of Dockart. So if I close this live stream, I'll start one up again, if we have a signal down there. Last little bit and then on my way. Oil. In the club we shout oil if there's traffic coming, and that could be bicycles as well. We shout oil as well. Hi, no time. Thank you very much. Kind of you. Where are you looking in from, if you don't mind me asking? Hi, Comanche. Hope you're still there. Nice to hear from you. That was a nice picture you posted the other day of the statue. Ah, Jake, you're going to walk too. Right, thank you very much. If you're still there, you've gone and you'll walk by this time. Okay, I'm going to just pack up the bag, and I see my battery's running a bit low now, so I'll switch off the live stream and I'll plug in my spare charge. I'll leave it off for a bit and carry on walking down to Cullen. And if I find an interesting shot or two to show you in Cullen, I'll start up another live stream. And that's about it. As I say, I may have made a video of this bit of the walk already. I've certainly videoed it. I don't know if I actually put it on YouTube yet. Yeah, you can have a look and see if you can see one. It'd be called Cullen or Falls of Dockart or something like that. So thanks very much. Thanks, Scott, very much for looking in and commenting, and others who have looked in and commenting. It's very good. I'll switch this off for now. So enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you get out and enjoy the sunshine, find exciting things to video and post. Bye for now.